Welcome to the crazy house and welcome back to another kitchen video, I guess. Today is meal prep day. It is Tuesday. I have been trying to get this done on Monday, but I don't have much I have to do this week. I'm gonna make some waffles to stick in the freezer, and yes, I'm gonna go ahead and stick them in the freezer. Even though I'll take them out and put them in the toaster, and they'll probably be eaten this week. But I'm gonna make some waffles, go ahead and get that done. It's kind of like going to be a breakfasty type one today. Not much that's going to be happening though. I'm going to make the waffles from these Bob's Red Mill. They have a lot more fiber in them than other waffles. So like I said, I've been trying to do more fiber, and I got rid of all the Eggo waffles, and now I kind of want waffles. It's so weird. But anyway, I'm going to make some of those up. I have an oatmeal muffin recipe that I'm going to try with hopefully some strawberries or blueberries or something like that. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with that. And Noah wants me to make some overnight oats, and he wants me to make him one Lunchable, so I'm not going to show that on camera. I'm just going to do it. And then I'm going to fill up my bins for our dinners. So there's not going to be a lot going on today. This muffin recipe is a new one to us, so if I like it, if it's something we enjoy, then I will probably do another video later on and share that with you guys. And also, if you don't know it, muffins can be frozen for like I want to say up to 90 days if they're properly sealed. They can be done like that. So I'm going to go ahead and give you our menu plan, and then I'm going to pack our bins up. And that way that'll be out of the way, and the 2 baking projects I have for today, I won't have to deal with all of this. I may go ahead and just give you the recipe for the oatmeal muffins though, which the oatmeal muffins have on their website, they have a lot of variations you could do. You could do like banana, blueberry, chocolate chip, strawberry, whatever like that, kind of like lots of different things. Pumpkin, applesauce, oatmeal raisin. Oatmeal raisin sounds good, because I like oatmeal raisin cookies. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and give you the menu plan. Now Sunday we already went out. Well, we already had that. We went out to eat, or we actually just brought it home because Jeff and I had our date and we went couple hours away from home, so we just decided to pick something up. Last night we had something that my mama used to always cook, but I do add carrots to it, but it's meatballs, potatoes, and onions, and you just bake it in the oven with salt and pepper. It's super simple, and I don't know, it's just an old favorite. And it's not like meatballs that have seasoning and all that stuff in it. It's just ground beef in a meatball form. And people have asked me before, whenever I've made it, can't you just put ground beef in there? For some reason, when it's in the meatball form and it cooks that way, it's different than if it's just scrambled up whenever you cook this dish, because I've tried it. I've tried to be lazy. Now I just make the meatballs and freeze them that way whenever I do all my meat prep. So that's that. And yes, I do give you guys my menu plan twice in a week. Once on this video and once on my what we ate for dinner. So you guys will see this again if you want to. And you'll get to actually see what the food was, except the Zaxby's one. Alright, and then tonight we're having grilled chicken, rice, and black-eyed peas. Wednesday we're having beef or shrimp tacos. We're going to have both, but you can have either or sometimes Noah puts both on his tacos. And we'll probably have like some rice and maybe some, if we have any more refried beans. I think I used them all. I could make some though because I have pintos. So that, yeah. And then on Thursday we're having cube steak. Jeff and Noah eat the deer cube steak, and Selena and I eat the beef. Selena used to eat the deer, but not anymore. But yeah, Jeff and Noah like the venison. I don't know why, that I just don't like it. And I really want to like it because it's better for you and it's cheaper in the long run. But I just don't like it. So I cook myself the other kind. Plus, whenever we make the venison one, the cube steak, Jeff always batters it and stuff because, well, I do it sometimes, but you guys that know me know I don't like frying things. Whenever battering and grease are involved, or oil, I don't like it. It's not fun for me. Let me just sit down. It's not going to be a super long video anyway, but I'd rather just sit down because holding this thing is weird. Plus, I've been having this really weird pain in my left side for like several days. I don't know if I pulled a muscle or something whenever I've been doing things. But anyway, I want to like deer like that, but I just don't, and that's okay. Anyway, so we're having that with mashed potatoes and vegetables of some sort. I don't know what kind of vegetable yet, but I'm wanting to do like fresh vegetables, like something. What we will probably do is pull out maybe a salad or something. I don't know. We have the stuff to make salads, so we may end up doing just a salad. We just didn't know what we wanted, so we just wrote vegetable. And then Friday we're having chicken kebabs, corn on the cob, and baked beans. And I will fix Selena something, or she will, one or the other, like mashed potatoes or macaroni and cheese or something like that, because she doesn't like those two sides. And then Saturday the kids will be here, so we're having chicken strips and fries just to make it easy for us on that day. So that is our menu plan for the week. I'm going to take out everything I need for the 4 days that I can. I can take out the chicken for tonight, the beef, and no, I'm not taking the shrimp out. I'll take the beef out, but not the shrimp. I'll take, for the tacos, I'll take the cube steak out, and then I'll take the chicken kebabs out, because I already actually have those seasoned, which makes it super easy. So you guys, if you ever want to make your life a lot easier, other than just putting your meat up into separate baggies or vacuum sealing or whatever you want to do, go ahead and marinate it if it's something that can be marinated, or you're going to marinate it. The way that I do my chicken is super easy. But I'm going to take that stuff out, put it in my bins, show you that. Then I'm going to get ready to do the waffles and muffins. I haven't decided if I want to do it over at the table or over here, because over the table, what, over the counter in the actual kitchen, or over here, because I have more surface area on my kitchen table to do things. That's why a lot of times I use it as if it were part of my counters when I'm baking bread or anything like that. So not much prep happening today, and I don't even know if I'm going to show you the overnight oats or not, because I showed you that last week. So you may just see the muffins and the waffles today. We'll see. And like I said, those waffles are new. At least I think I said that. They're new to me. I've never had those before, and I'm really hoping that we will like them. So I will be right back with all the other things filled up so I can show you. You can't even see what I'm talking about, but there's one of them. I'm going to fill those up, show you those, and then get to everything else. Okay, so here's the meat, and I did have some chicken breast already seasoned as well. Now, the meat for today, which is the grilled chicken, I will be taking out of here and leaving out to thaw, because I really should have done this yesterday, but I didn't. And that's okay though. The rest of my week will be set up easily for myself, for me, for whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put this where it needs to go. Then I'm going to fill up this poor empty bin, but I'm going to clean all that mess out first. Okay, so there's not much that I have to put in the bins for this week. These two things I'm leaving out, that's for tonight. That pepper I got out of the garden. This is just in case Selena wants it, or she's got choices. I don't know why I took it out. But this is all that's going to go in the bin this time, because there's not much to take out for the bin. Some weeks it's like that, and that's why I wanted to show you guys this, because some weeks I don't have to prep as much. I don't have to take out as much, and this is one of those weeks And I'm using a lot of already made stuff, like this kind of stuff. I'm moving around here because I didn't know if Noah would want to be on camera since he just woke up. His hair's a little wild. But anyway, some weeks you don't have to, I don't have to take out as much. And some weeks you may not have as much to prepare. We are going to be eating some fresh fruits and vegetables too, though. And those things are already in the refrigerator, so they're already in the kitchen. So that's one of the reasons why that I don't have as much for my bins. And honestly, it's a pretty good thing whenever you don't have to take out all the processed things for your bins, I guess. I don't know. Which, I take out potatoes and onions out of there, and it's really weird that I don't have any onions to take out this week. What is up with that? I'm trying to... I do have to take out onion. I need it for the kebabs. Oh no, there's only one in that pack. Okay, I'll have to... Ooh, it's so dark. I'll have to take out another one, but I have to have both hands to open the pack. But I'll grab another one after I'm done recording this. But I'm going to go ahead and go for right this second and get my other stuff ready to cook. I don't know if I showed you the finished bin, but I also grabbed these whenever I grab the onions because they need to be eaten. So, yeah. So it is good time to use it. But I'm wearing a different dress. Same kind of dress, just a different color. Because I spilled coffee on the other one, had to throw it in the washer. Because I didn't want it to stain, which I was already washing clothes anyway. So, it's fine. I'm going to be making these first, the waffles. And I have a whole bunch of other stuff out for the muffins I'm going to make. So, if you see any of that, happen to see any of that while I'm doing this, just don't think anything of it. Now, what I'm going to do is use the recipe. These scratches on these bowls really make me think there's something wrong with them, but there's not. I'm going to use the recipe that's on the back for waffles. Oh, I didn't get enough water. See, I looked at the pancake one. Let me go get some more water. Be right back. Okay, so I got the correct amount of water this time, and I'm going to go ahead and just start mixing this up. It's on the back of the package. It's Bob's Red Meal. You use a cup of this, so I'm just going to use it from the bag. And like I said, I have never made these before. I don't know how it's going to be, but we shall see. I actually thought about to make these a little bit more healthy, but I'm not going to do it this time. I might do it next time. Putting a little bit of the chia seeds or the flax seeds in them. But I'm going to wait to do any of that because actually it has flaxseed in this. It has flaxseed meal. So I'm really not going to do that. Oh, I didn't close that all the way, did I? Did y'all see the poof? Let's see. I have the flour or the mix. And then 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm going to use coconut oil because it's good for you. And I don't want to do the other for whatever reason. Plus, coconut oil has this really awesome smell to it. Use my little knife here. And it will melt at a lower temperature. Coconut oil will. In fact, there's part in there in that middle that's already melted. See, it's kind of melty. I don't know if y'all can see what I'm doing or not. Let's see. Can y'all see now? Let me move this out of the way. Which I don't guess it matters if y'all see or not because, well, that sounds kind of rude. But what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to say is, I'm not trying to show you a recipe. I'm just bringing you along as I'm prepping for the week. Alright. There's that. Put this away. Go ahead and 1 egg. And then 1 cup of water. Now, I don't know how many this is going to make. I may end up making more than one batch. But I have my little Betty Crocker Belgian waffle maker heating up over here. But I'm going to throw the eggshell away, rinse my fingers, and then mix this up and spray that down and put some on there. And we'll go from there. Okay, so it says, oh, it says that only makes 2 waffles? That's a lot for 2 waffles. What size waffle are they making? So if that's 2 waffles, that's a lot. I know y'all can't see me, but that's a lot. We're going to see how many it makes. In other words, the way I make them and the way I eat them, because I would only eat 2 of this size, then this might make more, and it might be even better for me than what I'm thinking, because it might have less carbs. We'll see. We're going to see how it works out. So I'm going to, oh, I hate that noise. Don't do that noise. Let's put this up like this. Have this over like this so you guys can see what's going on with the whole. This thing looks bad. It's been beaten and battered and bruised, but it's okay. It still works. It's a Belgian waffle maker. So I'm just gonna put, I don't know how much I'm supposed to put on here, but I'm going to do it like I would normally for regular waffles. But if that's only 2 waffles, that just seems like not much. Because that right there is already 2. Maybe they consider this 1 waffle. I don't know. I'm going to just let that go, and it may not be perfect. I don't know. We're gonna let it go. We'll put that down. Let it cook and go from there. And the muffins I'm going to do are going to be strawberry muffins. So maybe I can scooch that over and go ahead and cut up these strawberries. These are strawberries that we washed last week, but we still have some of them left. Oh my goodness, they were so good. But I'm going to go ahead and cut some up and put them in the muffins. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but like I said, this is not for recipe's sake. This video I am just doing to try to inspire you to do things. And if you do make, if I have a recipe I can put on here and give you guys, I'll do that. But today I've never tried either one of these things, so I don't know if I can recommend it or not. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. And also, the waffles are Bob's Red Meal, not mine. It's not my recipe. And honestly, I've never had a recipe for waffles. Now, my sister did years ago when I was younger. She's 12 years older than me. So when I was younger, I used to go spend the night with her because she was already married and out of the house and stuff. And sometimes before school, she would make me a waffle or tell me how to make a waffle. And I don't remember the recipe now. It's been so many years. And I never wrote it down. But they were so good. And I don't know if she remembers. Maybe I should ask her sometime. She might have gotten the recipe from someone else. I don't know where she got it from. peek in at them. Ooh, they're looking good, y'all. This is more than 2 in this recipe. It's got to be. That strawberry's a little bit frozen. How did that happen? And I think I'm going to have more than what I need here. So you know what that means? I get a little taste of strawberry snack today. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with snacking on strawberries. So we won't condemn anyone for snacking on strawberries. Unless they're allergic to strawberries, don't do that then. But I've never made strawberry muffins from scratch before. I made blueberry, but not strawberry. I've never made this recipe before. I found a recipe that just has, it's supposed to have more fiber in it. That's the whole reason I'm using it. You know what? That may not. I may not have any strawberry snack. I might have been wrong, because it looks like this is going to be the exact amount I needed, because I needed a cup. Oh man, I got my hopes up for strawberry snack. That's okay though. I have more strawberries ready to go in the refrigerator, and that was the exact amount. Alright, so I'm going to stick that over there. It'll be ready when it's time to go. And I'm going to stick that there for now so I can get this. Let's show y'all what it looks like. Not quite done. That's what it looks like. So let's let it keep going. I don't know how long it's going to take to cook them. It doesn't say. It says heat lightly. Oh, sorry. Preheat waffle iron to medium heat. I can't do that because there's no choices. For at least 10 minutes, which I did. Mix all ingredients together in a bowl until just combined. Follow waffle iron manufacturing instructions. For measuring and cooking waffles, makes 2 waffles. So, honestly, it's just according to what size your waffle maker is, I guess. I do want these to be a little bit on the lighter side, because I am going to be putting them in the toaster to heat them through when it's time to eat them. Look at that. It's perfect. It smells so good. Why am I whispering? Do I do that all the time? Yes, I do. Why do I whisper? I may have to make more of these than just this one thing of them. I don't know if it means 2 waffles as in this is 2 waffles, or what it means. But you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to go ahead and get the stuff to make some more, because this is probably going to make maybe 6. So if I go ahead, grab another egg and the water, I'll have everything over here. So I'm going to do that real quick while that's cooking. I actually could have made it in that measuring thing. It's a 4-cup measure, which is a little bit more than 4 cups. But I have mixed things in that whenever I knew I was going to only need just a certain amount. Oh, they look so good, y'all. They smell good too. So I really think they're going to be good. And either way, I'm going to have to eat them. I feel like I'm so close to this camera. But I'm going to have to eat them no matter what, because I purchased them. I know you don't have to, but that's the way we do things around here. If we buy it, unless it's totally disgusting, we go ahead and we eat it, even if we don't love it. And go from there with stuff. Now, the muffins I am cooking, like I said, they have oatmeal in them. I think I said that anyway, but they have oatmeal in them. I know I have more oatmeal, but I don't want to have to take any more out. But then again, I need to go ahead and get the other out. I just don't want to have to dig through my preps. That's lazy, I know. But I also need to go ahead and get some out to make Noah some overnight oats. So, yeah. I'm going to do that in a little while. I'll do it in a little bit, I promise. Is that one done enough? I'm gonna give it a little bit more. But like I said, I'm gonna take them out of the freezer and put them on a pop-up toaster, in the pop-up toaster to heat them through in the morning. And I'm putting them on this wire rack. I don't know if you can see it. See the wire rack. I'm putting them on that to let them cool. And then I'm going to stick them in the freezer. But the way I put them in the freezer whenever I do freezer waffles, I think I have a video with freezer waffles that I did before, like doing freezer prep. The way I do it is between each layer of waffle, I put wax paper. Or sometimes I put parchment, but not very often because that's more expensive than wax paper. But I do that, and that way I can... There is a bug thing over here, some kind of, I don't know what it is. We opened the door earlier, let the dogs in because it started storming. I didn't even get to finish my live today, my Bible study. It was sad. My electricity went off. Well, not my electricity, my internet went off. So I couldn't finish it. So I put a thing, I don't have enough data on my phone to be able to do it live through that way, because we just don't buy a lot of data. We don't usually need it. Because we use Wi-Fi at home. Alright, let's see if I can get... You know, because I use that coconut oil, I can smell the coconut. Now, I have used the coconut oil to cook beef and, like, you know, sauteing and stuff, and I don't ever taste a coconut flavor, but I smell it. These are not going to be quite as big as the first ones, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and mix up this other batch. I probably should do a double, but I'll have 6 or 12, so that's fine. Just 2 will be smaller on each batch. Alright, there's that part. I don't know what all is in this. It's got wheat flour, rye flour, sugar, spelt, corn flour, whole grain oats, baking powder, cornstarch, let's see, kamut corazon wheat flour, flaxseed meal, whole grain quinoa flour, and rice, brown rice flour. That's what's in there. I should have done this last. Okay, so I'm going to put the water in there. I'm not doing it in the same order as I did last time, but that's okay. And then the oil. It's 2 tablespoons of oil. So it's 1 cup of water. 1 cup of water, 1 cup of the flour mixture, 2 tablespoons of oil, and an egg. It's very simple. Of course, you have to have that flour mixture to use this recipe, or it won't be the same thing. I just happened to find it at Kroger and it was on closeout, and now I'm thinking that I might be regretting not getting more because it's smelling so good, and I have a feeling that it's going to be tasting so good. I will try to remember to let you guys know next week whenever I do the meal prep if I really liked them or not, because I'm not going to taste them right now. It's not time to eat anything. And also, I want to tell y'all a couple of tips. One, whenever you start to do your meal prep, make sure your kitchen is as clean and your dishwasher, if you have one, is empty. And if your dishwasher's not, well, you need to do this anyway. Make sure your sink is empty no matter what. That way you can do all the stuff without having to have a mess. Another thing is, make sure you're not hungry whenever you start meal prep. Because if you start meal prep while you are hungry, you will be starving the whole time. Yeah, this one isn't small, but that's okay. It's very small. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. It's a funky one. I don't think I'm going to have to spray it again. I think it's fine. So let's put some more in. I think the first one I made, I could have made a little bit smaller. And that second, the last ones that I made would have been bigger. But either way, it will work out. I don't normally put my cooked food in the middle of where I'm putting the raw, but I'm not bumping that. I'm not getting anything on that, so it's fine. But I'm going to let these cool off. I'm going to grab my other rack like this, and I'm going to put these over there. See, that's what they look like. Yummy. Oh, they smell good. I'm going to put them over here, let them cool, and grab my other rack. The pizza pan was in the way. This one's got a little wobble to it. It's bent a little bit. You know, at one time I thought, oh, I need more. I need new ones, blah, 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 whatever. And then I thought, why? These work just fine. But I wanted the new, prettier, you know, more fancy ones. And then I thought, why waste my money? And then I'd have to find something to do with this one. Or both of the ones. So I just kept my old ones with my little rocking one. They work just fine. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just a little bent. Like me. I'm a little bent. I got flaws. It's okay. Not ready. It's not time yet. Do not rush the process. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this, because I know this says that it has, you know, reusable, it's closes and all that stuff. But the fact that I can do that and it poofs air out, I don't know if I want to put this in another bag or if I want to put it in a bowl or something, or maybe I'll just do like that. I think I can make at least 2 more times out of this one bag. So that would make 24 waffles, even though it says that it only makes 2 each one of these things. So now I've got to totally redo the configuration of how much. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm eating 2 whenever I eat it. That's what I normally would do. Are you ready? Are you ready to come out of the sauna? Uh-oh. Those 2 are connected. They are very good friends. I poked a hole in this one. It's okay though. Woo, it's hot. There we go. Sit it there. Let it hang out for a moment. And I am trying, I know this is still carbs, but I'm trying to find things that are better for me. I think I might have put too much, because it doesn't look like I won't have the same amount with this as I did with the last ones. So I may end up with just 11. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I don't like eggs. I know, don't beat me up. Don't scream at me. I don't know why I don't like eggs. I just don't. I can't say that I never have, because I used to eat them. As a child, I ate them. But I don't like eggs. And so I have to find things for breakfast that are not eggs. I don't mind an egg being in something, like the way that this has egg in it. But I don't want to eat an egg by itself. So, I don't know. I just don't like eggs. But it's okay. So I have to find alternatives. And what alternatives are there for breakfast food? I know there's lots of things you can make that, like, I would love to love French toast, which has still got bread and carbs, but I don't because it's so eggy flavored. So it's either biscuits, pancakes, waffles, and I don't know how to make a biscuit less, you know, whatever. I have made some. They were okay. They weren't that great. They were keto biscuits. They weren't that great. They were okay with the sausage gravy, that keto sausage gravy that I made. But I'm not doing keto, y'all. You know that. I mean, no. What do you look like? Oh, you look kind of crazy. That one looks a little crazy. It's okay. Oh, boy. I hope that butter is softening. I've had it out for a while so it could soften up for the muffins. Oh, it says melted. I'll have to melt it then. I thought it said softened. That makes it easier. I'll just melt it in the microwave. That's actually a toaster and an air fryer and a... Well, you could cook something like... I could cook a whole roast in that thing. It will bake. Pretty cool. Okay, this one's kind of ugly funky, but we're not going to tell anybody. It'll be fine. And this one's just fine the way it looks. Now we got to see if I can get 2 out of this. It's going to be like the other time, a small amount. So maybe it'll just make 5. I'll just do 5 from each thing each time. And then I'll have 10 waffles. So the whole bag will probably make 20, I guess. I don't know. And I'm one of those that likes to get every last bit. Don't waste none of that goodness. Alright, that's going to be a huge one. We're going to let it go. I'm going to go put this up and take this and then get me a bowl for making the muffins. Okay, so this recipe is supposed to make 12 muffins. I don't know if it's supposed to be big muffins or little muffins, but I'm making the small ones, and we'll see if I need another pan when I get done. But let me grab my butter out of the microwave. And let's get to mixing. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all what it's supposed to be. Now, this is an oatmeal muffin recipe, and I'm not putting the apple in it. It's optional. I'm putting strawberries. So it actually says a half a cup of the apples, but for strawberries it says 2 cups. But I'm just going to put 1 cup in there because I just am. I'm just going to put a cup of strawberries. So I'm mixing it between the middle of those two. And yes, I know you can't see my face. 1/2 cup or 1 stick of unsalted butter. Trying to figure out where to put that down. And it calls for 1/4 cup of canola oil. I'm not putting canola, I'm using coconut, and I didn't get my cup. This is 1/4, and I know it's dry measure, but I'm still using it because I just am. So I'm gonna pack it in there pretty good. Then I'll use the thing I used for the other earlier for this. I like these little spoons. The thing only came with 3. It came with a 1/2 cup, a 1/4 cup, and 1/8 of a cup. I would like to have all the measurements. But like I said, I'm putting canola oil instead of, not canola oil, I'm putting coconut instead of canola. And then it's supposed to be 3/4 cup of brown sugar. And I was gonna use this, but I put it in that flour stuff. It'll be fine. I'll wipe it off. So what I will need is this 1/2 cup, 1.5 times of brown sugar. And what brown sugar is white sugar with molasses in it. So if you ever don't have any brown sugar, just go ahead and look up the ratio and you can make it. Then I'm supposed to have 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. Get that. Whoops, sorry about the noises. I make all kind of noises. So this is about 3/4 of a cup. So what I'm going to do, because I need 1/4 cup, that'll be about half of this. And I'm pretty sure you could use like stevia, and you could use the other substitutes. All right, and then 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. I'm just gonna eyeball it. That's what I always do with vanilla, almost always. 1/2 cup of buttermilk. I did not have any buttermilk, so I made me some. All you do is put, for 1 cup of milk, 1 tablespoon of either lemon juice or white vinegar. I have 1/2 cup, and then I have 1/2 tablespoon of vinegar. It smells like buttermilk, kinda. Not exactly, but close. All right, so now that I have all that in there, I'm gonna go ahead and stir it up. I had me a spoon. What'd you do with my spoon? I don't know what you did with it. I gotta go get a new one. All right, I'm gonna mix these up. Feels like I'm missing something. I don't know what I'm missing. I got my butter, my oil, my sugar, my eggs. I knew something wasn't right. 2 eggs. I knew there was something else. Can you be still, spoon? Just hang out right there with your friend. 2 eggs at room temperature. I've been doing that so long, I'm not afraid about getting stuff in because it's not hard. Something I should have said is preheat your oven to 425. You may hear mine beep soon. And also it says to put this in a stand mixer. I don't do that all the time, and I'm not gonna do that today. I can use my arm. I need to use my arms because I need the strength. Women didn't used to have stand mixers. Yes, I know I have a beautiful, perfectly good one, but I'm not using it all the time. Okay, so get that like that. Now I need 1 cup of all-purpose or cake flour. So I need this filled twice. I can't stick it into this thing. I don't think it'll fit. I don't know, it may. That was just shy of a cup, of a 1/2 cup. Whoa, that's a little much. Be alright. Stop making all those noises. It's not needed. And I'm going to keep my all-purpose flour over here because I'm going to need it for the topping. Yes, these have a topping. If you want to use a topping. And then you need 1 cup of old-fashioned oats. I have a 1/2 cup measure in here. So that's a whole cup. Two teaspoons of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder. And I try my best to get the aluminum-free kind. There's 1. I hope I said teaspoon. It's teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of that. And then 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. I have the kind from Costco. So there's 1. Put a little bit back, and 1/2. It's the ground Saigon cinnamon. So good. It smells so good. Alright, and then I need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So what I'm going to do, instead of sticking my cinnamony spoon in there, that'd be about 2 good pinches of what I use, what I pinch, whatever. Okay, so there's the salt, and then the strawberries or whatever you decide to put in. I'm putting strawberries because I wanted strawberries. Then you mix it up. Actually, I don't know if you would have put cinnamon in it if you were putting strawberries normally. Just thought about that. Maybe the cinnamon was for apple ones, but it doesn't say anything about omitting it, and I don't care. I like cinnamon. Let's see how it goes with it. We may hate it, but that's okay. Alright, I got my liners here, and I'm going to start scooping it in. And I think this will be like a really good breakfast muffin, a really good snack, because it's just got all this, it's got some healthy stuff. I mean, it's got some bad for you stuff in there too. Don't, you know, think I'm trying to make you think this is perfectly healthy, the best thing in the world. It's definitely not. But it's a better alternative than a regular muffin. Now, I'm beginning to wonder if this is going to be 12 or not. I don't know how much they rise. It smells so good. It smells like a bakery. Oh, I didn't put enough in that one. You ain't got enough at all. Okay. And I hope I said that was all-purpose flour, because it was. It was not self-rising. Ooh, I like to drop that. Let's see. Y'all, this smells like Cinnabon or something. I'm not joking. Panera. This may be a new staple in my house. Okay, so let me look at this recipe again to see exactly when I'm supposed to put this topping on, because I shouldn't do that whenever the camera's on here. Okay, dividing better. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna move this over, go get another bowl for my topping, and then we'll get that going. It's preheated. Okay, so let's make the topping. This is what you need. Dry hands. Which I just washed mine, so they're not dry. 1 cup of flour, all-purpose flour. Oh, it will fit in there. 1 cup of that, 1/3 of a cup of old-fashioned oats, and this is a half, so a little bit more than a half. Let's just say all that I have in this thing. Because I need to refill it. Sorry, that's loud. That spoon lives in there all the time. 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this since I just used my 1/2 cup for the flour. I'll use this spoon that I'm gonna stir with and just put it in there. Alright, packed brown sugar. Yeah, I got a little bit over the edge. That's about it. Okay. This is a mess. Where's my cinnamon and banana? And then a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. There we go. And the melted butter, 6 tablespoons. 6 tablespoons, yes. I got a mess here, y'all. Big old mess. Then you just mix this up. Mix it all together. And you could use this topping on a pie or just anything. It's just like a crumb topping, a crumble, or whatever you want to call it. And like I said, I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know, you know, how it's going to be with cinnamon and strawberry. Because I did choose strawberry. And I don't know. I have to read the thing a little bit better to see if it says to leave some things out if I'm using that. If I'm using chocolate chip or something, would I want the cinnamon in it? Probably not. Would I want the crumb topping? Probably not. I don't know. Me? I don't know. I probably would. So, I'm going to just use my fingers a little bit to mix it a little bit more because I'm going to have to use my fingers to put it on those. But what you do is you get it mixed up completely till it's all moist. And then you sprinkle it on the top of your muffins. I have to flip my page over. Let's see. Okay, it says to sprinkle on the top, and then you put it in the oven for 8 minutes. And then you reduce your temperature to 350 for another 12 minutes. I have done that with other recipes before. I hear you under there. The puppies are inside because it's bad weather. They normally love to stay outside all day. They don't want to be inside. You open the curtain over there and they're like, can I go out there? Can I go out there? Actually, some of them will go to the back curtain and just like go behind it. Okay, I'm thinking this is going to be too much, y'all. Am I supposed to put all this all over all this? Sorry, Miss Maggie. I don't know if doggies can have cinnamon. I know you can have the oatmeal and flour. But I don't know about the cinnamon part. I have put more of this on some of these than I did on the others. So I'm going to go back and put some on the others. Like the first ones I didn't put much. Because I was like, how much am I supposed to put? It just seems like a lot for these little muffin tins. I don't know. It just seems like a whole lot. We're doing what it said, though. Just do what it said. And hope for the best, right? I think next time I may just make 6 of the big ones and half the amount of this topping, because I'm thinking this is a lot of topping. I don't know. Alright, 8 minutes at 425. Reduce to 350, and then 12 minutes. I did drop some of this topping onto my dress. I'll be back when they're done. Okay, so I wasn't going to record this, but then I decided I would, because I had someone ask me last week, or say something last week about they would like to try overnight oats or something like that, but they have a disorder that, well, diverticulitis, so they can't have nuts. They're not supposed to have nuts, and muesli has nuts in it. Well, you can leave that out, and I don't know if you can have oats with diverticulitis. Oh boy, that means I gotta go check the muffins. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to put the muffins on for the 350 for 12 minutes. Anyway, I don't know if you can have oats if you have diverticulitis, so otherwise I guess you can if you're talking about you would like to try overnight oats. So okay, so forget I just said that. So you can do it without muesli. What I would do is use oats, and these are some quick oats that I had. I would use oats, and then instead of putting in the muesli, I would maybe just put in like raisins or things that I knew I could have. I don't know if you can have chia seeds if you have diverticulitis. I don't know why you couldn't, but maybe put things that you know you can have that will give it that flavor, and do it that way, because it's good for you to have like chia seeds. I know that they're good for you. Now the flax seed, I don't know about that, because it's kind of like a nut, but you can have ground flax, because like the waffles I made today have ground flax in them, like a flour. So maybe you could just get ground flax, because I know you can buy it. I have bought it. I have it. I own it. I have some. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. And this is the way I do it whenever I'm just doing multiple. I wait and do the sugar last. And this is a teaspoon, like a, well, it's not a teaspoon as in the correct measure for teaspoon, but it's a teaspoon. Which whenever I was growing up, this was a teaspoon and the big spoon was a tablespoon. We didn't have measuring spoons. But anyway, maybe you could try it with like raisins and currants, I guess, is another thing you could try. Or just any kind of fruit that you might like. Dried fruit, dehydrated fruit, or freeze-dried. Well, dehydrated too. Dehydrated will probably be really good because it would plump up. But yeah, you can try it with different things like that, and just instead of putting the muesli, just use oats, because there's no law saying you have to have muesli in overnight oats. So that's just what I had to say about it. And also, you guys know that I had never tried overnight oats myself before. I like it pretty good, but I think for me, I would heat it up. Even though I did eat mine, I would want it heated. But go ahead and throw it together, have it ready for you, and then, you know, heat it up the next morning. But there's Noah 2 overnight oats. That's what he wanted. He'll be excited about that. But I wasn't going to record it, but then I decided I would, just because I want to talk about that, because you can try different stuff. You don't have to have muesli. You don't. Don't eat something that's not healthy for you. Alright, so see when I get ready for the next part. Okay, so now I'm gonna put my waffles in a bag and I'm gonna freeze them. And I also, lest you think I waste these bags, I will also save the bag and do waffles again a few more times. But what I do, stick a piece of wax paper in. I got it a little bit large, but that's okay. It's a little larger than what it's supposed to be. And I'll just put these in here, and then whenever I take them out, I just throw them into the pop-up toaster or the toaster oven or the toaster itself, or the oven itself, not the toaster itself. What am I saying? Pop them in there and cook them like you would an Eggo. Simple. And I can usually get 12 in a bag, but this little experiment with the new stuff left me a little weird with a weird number, plus a couple that are kind of small. So that's all right though. That's what you do whenever you're learning. You use trial and error, you work through things, you figure it out, and you go on about your business. Now, I don't have to freeze these. I could just stick them in the refrigerator just like this. I'm going to freeze these because I just want to freeze them, because I don't think I'll eat all 12 within a week. And most likely, I will be the only one who is eating them. And yes, I always try to get as much air out as I can. So, they're ready to go. Homemade Eggo waffles. No, homemade frozen waffles. Don't call them Eggo. That could be like illegal or something. I'm not sure. See when the muffins are done. Okay, so I made a mistake and put my wire rack in the dishwasher, or both of them in the dishwasher, instead of holding one back for whenever these were done. But that's okay. I'll just leave them on the stovetop until they get done, or until they get cooled. But this is how they turned out. I guess that wasn't too much of that stuff. They look really good. They're too hot for me to handle, really, but I was trying to get one out so I could show you without burning myself. Okay, never mind. They look good. They smell delicious. The whole kitchen smells like a bakery. What I'm going to do, take half of them after they're cooled, put them in the refrigerator. The other half I'm going to put in a freezer bag or in a bowl and freeze them. It's hot over here amongst this. Was over here finishing up cleaning. I was washing the rest of the dishes and cleaning up the sink, but I still have this to wash, and I've got to clean up. Whoa, that's too close. I've got to clean up the waffle maker, but then my day will be done with that part, and we can cook the chicken and all the other goodies, and you'll see that on the What's for Dinner. But that's what I have for this week for our meal prep. It's more like a breakfast meal prep, and I think that it's just good to have something different. Oh, I bumped that chair a little too soon. But yeah, that's what's going on in my house today, other than laundry. And I kind of want to eat a muffin because they smell so good. But I'm gonna have to let them cool off before I do. What did you just say? I don't know what I just said. I'm going to have to let them cool off before I do that. Let's see if I can stand this thing up. So yeah, I don't have anything else I've got to do other than make him that Lunchable, and what I'm gonna do is just throw that together. You've seen it several times, or 2 or 3 times, and one of you have actually made one, or made some, or one, or I don't know, but anyway, that was cute. I saw the picture, And I'm very glad that I inspired you to do that. It makes me so happy to know that you guys are taking some of my crazy little things and doing it in your home, and it's making your life a little easier. And I know that it's a lot of work one day to get all of your stuff prepped, but taking that one day, a couple of hours of that one day, will save the other 6 days so much time. I do not know how it works. I do not understand it, but somehow, I guess because you're doing like things and you're just doing a bunch of them on that one day, and it just makes life so much easier. And yes, I know this week I do have to take something out of the freezer. Like I have to take the shrimp out of the freezer. I have to take the corn out of the freezer, which I could have already done the corn, but I decided not to. But yeah, it makes life easier. One day I may do like a freezer prep thing and share how I do, like the bell peppers I showed you guys last week. Just do a bunch of them and do a bunch of the corn and have it ready for using it for a month or more. I may do some things like that, do some like freezer meal types things. I do have some of those kind of videos on my channel already, but I don't know. I hope you guys enjoy coming along with me during my meal prep. Today was just mostly breakfast things. And like I said, I don't really eat eggs. It was mainly for me, even though I know other people will eat these things. It was mainly for me today. And honestly, Selena doesn't normally eat breakfast. And Jeff and Noah, with the way they're working right now, they're not, like Noah doesn't get up until lunch because of his shift. Jeff is gone at breakfast time because of his shift. In fact, he'll be home in a little while, like in a little over an hour. So they don't even need breakfast stuff. But I do have my bins prepped for dinners. So that's all I have for today. I do hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you will stick around and come back and see what else I come up with. I don't know how next week is going to be. I don't know what I'm going to do. I may have a little blonde helper or a blonde and a brunette or whatever. He's got brown hair, but anyway, I guess it's brunette. But anyway, I may have some helpers next week. I may not. I don't know. I may not do anything. And if I decide not to, just look on my community tab. Look on there for different things that I might add. I need to start using it more. I know I've been saying that, but usually it takes me a while to finally get to it. I'll say it 15 times and then I'll finally do it. I don't know why I work that way, but I do. But I'm gonna go for now so I can get the kitchen finished, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you like my channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload. Also, don't forget about my planner channel. It is linked on my link tree down below if you are interested in planner type related stuff that I used to put on this channel, but I swapped. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.